Onda UNED.
Acortando distancias.
Welcome to this special coverage of the 5th English Teaching Congress of the Northern Region in Costa Rica. This Congress is organized by Ministerio de Educación Pública, Universidad Estatal a Distancia, Universidad Nacional, Instituto Tecnológico de Costa Rica, Escuela Técnica Agrícola e Industrial, Universidad Técnica Nacional, and Instituto Nacional de Aprendizaje. Joining us in this space are the following specialists. We have here Marco Alvarado from Universidad Estatal a Distancia. How are you doing today?
Hello.
Hello.
Well, thank you.
Then we have Tracy Kozlowski from the University of Mississippi. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me here.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. And then we have Emily Thrush from the University of Memphis. How are you today?
I'm great, and I'm very happy to be here.
Okay, excellent. All right, now, all of them were part of the thematic block Empowering Teachers Through Technology, Digital Tools for Classroom Efficiency. And we want to focus this segment on how to apply the proposals they shared with the teachers who participated in this Congress. So let me start with you, Marco. In what ways can educators incorporate gamification principles into routine classroom activities to maintain student engagement and motivation?
Well, I think that gamification is very important. Students feel comfortable. I think that we can engage them a lot. They enjoy when we apply different activities, when we implement different games. I think that the most important in the case of MAP teachers is to consider their resources, their context. This is very important. If they consider that they have the resources to implement all the activities through technology, it's great because it will engage the students. But also we can have a mixture, like saying, okay, some traditional games we can implement them with very few resources, simple things, and some others according to what they have in their classroom and the students' needs. Well, we can also implement technology. Also, we are trying to incorporate artificial intelligence, but this is very important to be clear with this. It is going to be a resource. It is not going to replace the teachers. Teachers are always important, and we play a very important role in this educational process. So I think that the most important is to analyze our context, and based on this, we are going to decide what to do and how to implement the gamification process.
Okay, so one takeaway is, not having access to technology doesn't mean that you can't apply gamification, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Marco. Tracy, I have one question for you. How can teachers integrate project-based instruction into their daily EFL lessons while ensuring alignment with curriculum standards?
Well, the new Costa Rican standards require that you take an action-based approach, and project-based learning really is all about that. So project-based learning requires a certain scope to the exercises. It usually entails different steps, but within those steps, you have things like role playing, students acting as a social agent, which is part of the curriculum. They incorporate critical thinking skills. They play certain roles. There's student autonomy within that, and they are incorporating that within the realm of the language lessons that they are learning. The teacher's part, because this is a very student-centered activity, of course, is for the teacher to plan and prepare ahead of time, to know what the scope and sequence would be, and to provide the constructive feedback and the formative assessment along the way so the students are making the progress, and of course assessment in the end. But all of the activity is actually within the students themselves. They are the agents of their learning. They are applying their language in an authentic way. It becomes meaningful to them and to their communities because now they are doing something with what they are learning. And that's why it's so important and not unrealistic to incorporate it on a daily basis into your lesson, some part of the project. So that's basically what I would like to say about that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's move on to Emily. How can teachers integrate workplace writing strategies to help students develop communication skills for real-world contexts?
Yes, so, workplace writing can be very motivating for students because they can make a real connection with their future goals in life and their future plans if they're going to work for an international company or they're going to work in an area with tourism. But the most important thing about it to me is it gives them a real audience for their writing and a real purpose for their writing, which they sometimes don't see in academic writing. And so we do activities like business communication skills and technical definitions of everyday objects. They can write definitions of everyday objects. My favorite is the instruction assignment, which I do with Legos, where they write instructions and other students have to follow the instructions to create the thing. And so they see immediately whether their instructions were clear or not. It practices many aspects of language, but it really gives them feedback from other students, which is often more powerful than feedback from the teacher.
It resonates more sometimes, yes. Okay, thank you very much, Emily. Thanks to all of you for your contributions and your answers today. On behalf of the organizing committee, we cordially invite the audience to access the series of interviews posted on Onda UNED's YouTube channel. Bye-bye.
Onda UNED.
Acortando distancias.